2002. It's a Saab 9.5 Aero estate, as well as the high pressure turbo. Nice looking car on the 3-spoke alloy wheels, quite unassuming looking as well. This is certainly the quickest of my cars, so out of the factory it would have had about 250 horsepower, but our previous owners had this one remarked, so it produces about 275 horsepower and 420 newton meters of torque, so it's a quick car. So we're experimenting with this little action camera on the roof, which is quite nerve-wracking driving about with that. So we'll have a look at the inside of the Saab. As you can see, it's quite nicely appointed in there, so leather seats. They're also heated in the front and in the back. Lots of buttons on the dashboard. The screen you can see at the top there, that's called a Saab information display, or a SID. On these cars, what tends to happen is the lines of pixels kind of die off till it gets to the point where it's just a blank screen. So in this car I ordered a little kit to fix that. I'll show you some pictures just now of me doing that. It's been fine since then. So pretty standard dashboard, but you've obviously got your turbo boost gauge there, which is always entertaining. I forgot to mention as well, this car is an automatic, so it's not the Tiptronic gearbox that was in later models. It's just the 4-speed manual, no, 4-speed automatic, sorry. Plenty of space in the back of the car as well, and like I said, the back seats are also unusually, they're heated too. I've seen that in many cars. Another little unusual feature, you've got your boot release and fuel cap buttons down here on the door. But yeah, it all feels well put together. It's a 16-year-old car, but there's no real rattles or squeaks particularly. It still drives. It's still as nice a place to be as you would expect. One little feature I do like, I find a lot of cars, the brightness of the interior lights tends to sort of light up the inside of the car and affect your vision out. So the Saab has got this night panel button, and what it does is it dims every other light, turns off the SID, and just shows you the portion of the speedometer that you're in. I couldn't possibly comment if when you're approaching 90 the rest of it lights up, but I imagine it does. I know if you've got low fuel, the section with the fuel gauge lights up as well, so that you don't run out. Another unusual Saab feature obviously is the ignition key down here. So we'll start the car up, then we'll take it for a little drive. I'm going to attempt to record some footage in the car, as well as some footage with the camera on the roof, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if the little camera on the roof's still there whenever we get back. I'm just going to go a short run up the motorway. So just as we take the car out onto the road, I'll talk a little bit more about how it is to drive. So obviously, as standard, this would have been a quick car. Being remapped, it's certainly the quickest car I've owned. Don't particularly like driving quickly, but it's really versatile, like particularly if you're joining a faster road. You don't have to have quite the same anticipation as some of the other cars that I've driven. So, like I said, this is a 4-speed automatic. I would have probably preferred a manual gearbox just in a sort of performance car like this. I've had a few other automatic cars and never really got along with them too well, but this with this 2.3 litre engine with the power it produces, it really has the grunt to drive the automatic gearbox. You find in sort of normal driving it's never really shifting down for elevation changes or anything like that. It's quite settled in here. Not really got the best roads to try the car out. Joining the motorway, we'll give it a little squeeze. Another thing to mention about this particular car, it's been fitted with dampers, so it's a bit firmer than the stock car. I've never actually been in a stock 9.5. This is the only one I've got any experience of. It's firm, but it's not fidgety like some other cars I've driven with modified suspension. Everything stays quite composed over rough surfaces. It doesn't fidget too much. I don't find the ride particularly firm. My brother has a modern BMW Mini, so I would say it's probably quite similar to that in terms of the firmness of the ride. So we're just coming up to the motorway here. Hopefully we're able to give it a little run down the slip road. Noise and see it pick up speed. So this is where this engine really comes into its own. It's on a bit of road like this where you're having to accelerate to join the stream of traffic. As you can see, it certainly puts on the speed with ease. This car will happily sit and cruise at the speed limit of 70 miles an hour with absolutely no fuss. There's a little bit of wind noise over the mirrors and around the front pillar, but nothing major. The seats are extremely comfy, and even with the uprated suspension, it's still, even on a section of motorway like this that isn't the smoothest, it never gets too fidgety. It's an unassuming car as well, so although it's got the kind of performance, it doesn't shout about it. hopefully our little camera's still attached on the roof. We'll have some good footage from this outing. Just avoiding a bad bit of road there. Enjoyed this video. Like I said, I was going to take the car out and give it a quick wash. Thought it was a good opportunity to have a little look round. Hopefully when the weather improves a bit, we've got a bit more light outside, we'll get a better look at it. I've not really dug into this car too much since I got it. I've only had to run it up on a couple of occasions. It's given me no reason to have to go and dig into other checking levels, so like I said, when the weather improves we'll get a better look at it, and hopefully this car will be in quite a few more videos. I certainly plan to keep hold of it. My girlfriend and I took it up towards Fort William last month, I think it was. It was a great car for that type of journey. It's really comfy and great fun on good roads, like the A82 up through Glencoe. It's a nice car to drive on a nice open bit of road like that. Fuel economy, not great. I think we're probably averaging about 27 miles to a gallon or so. 26.4 reckons the computer, and it's quite accurate. On a longer run, you can probably expect to see kind of medium, well, just over 30 probably on a motorway run. So it's not by any means an efficient car, but it is a lot of fun to drive, and as one of my friends put it, what price luxury. The values of these cars are really low at the moment. Obviously with Saab being a defunct manufacturer and it being a relatively modern car, the values are probably about as low as they're ever going to be, and they're still extremely capable cars. So I'm just going to end the video here, and if you enjoyed the video, just subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to keep uploading, show you a few of my cars and hopefully some friends' cars and things like that as well. So I'll just end the video here.